Welcome to video lecturing on BSc 6M Mathematics in the probability topic. Today let us study about the Bernoulli's theorem. The probability of x successes out of n trials, Bernoulli's trial, is ncx p raised to x q raised to n minus x, where p is the probability of success and q is the probability of failure. So that is a random trial with only two possible outcomes categorized as success and failure is called a Bernoulli's trial. Let us take Bernoulli's. This is a Bernoulli distribution or binomial distribution. So this question appeared in 2019 for 2 marks. They asked the definition of this Bernoulli distribution or binomial distribution. Let us take the description of this one. Let P be the probability of success and Q be the probability of failure. Then the probability of X success out of n trials is given by P of X is equals to ncx p raised to x into q raised to n minus x, where x is equals to 1, 2, 3 etc. up to n. Take this one as equation number 1. Then we have P of x is equals to ncx p raised to x q raised to n minus x, where x is 0, 1, 2, 3 etc. up to n. So thus we have, let us substitute x equals to 0, 1, 2, 3 etc. values in this. When you put x is equals to 0, then it becomes P of 0 is equals to nc0 p raised to 0 into q raised to n minus 0, that is q raised to n. And we know that here, nc naught is equals to 1. Therefore it is, and p raised to 0 is also equals to 1. Only q raised to n remains in the first when you put x equals to 0. And put x equals to 1 in this, you will get p of 1, and it is equals to nc1 p raised to 1 and q raised to n minus 1. It is equals to nc1 p into q raised to n minus 1. Like this we can substitute here x equals to 2 etc. up to n. We will get here pn is equals to, here we will get pn is equals to this ncn p raised to n q raised to n minus n, and we know ncn is again 1 and this q raised to n minus n is 0, that is q raised to 0 is 1, so therefore only p raised to n remains. So we have we can make a table of this distribution. Let us take here as x and second column as p of x. Let us substitute x equal to 0. We will get here, when you substitute x equals to 0, we got q raised to n, and when we have substituted x equals to 1, we got here, this is nc1 p into q raised to n minus 1 etc. You have to substitute all these, you have to put all these in the tabular form, so you will get this one. Now clearly from this table we can say that here this all p of x are greater than or equals to 0, because all values are here positive. And let us add all these values. Let us see what we will get here. So that is sigma p of x is equals to q raised to n plus nc1 p into q raised to n minus 1 plus nc2 p square into q raised to n minus 2 etc. up to p raised to n. Let us add all these values. So this is equals to, so this is the expansion of p plus q raised to n. We know this is the binomial theorem of p plus q raised to n, and it is equals to, we know here, we know p plus q is equals to 1, because here number of failures plus number of success is equals to 1 only, because here if 1 is success then 0 is the failure, and vice versa. Adding those two you will get here 1, because we have only two outcomes. So therefore p of x is, we know here these two conditions, when p of x is greater than or equals to 0 and sigma p of x equals to 1, and we can say that this probability as this is the probability function, and we can call it as a discrete probability. This we studied in the last class. So therefore we can say that here this binomial distribution is a discrete probability distribution, and this is known as here binomial distribution or Bernoulli distribution. So in this let us find the value of mean and standard deviation of this binomial distribution. Let us take a mean of this binomial distribution is equals to mu, and it is equals to n into p, and standard deviation of this binomial distribution is denoted by sigma, and it is equals to under root of n into p into q. Let us take one more definition, Poisson distribution. Let us consider a limiting case of binomial distribution when the number of trials is very large, that is n is infinity, and the possibility of success is very small, that is p tends to 0. In that case, here we know n into p tends to m, a fixed finite constant. So now we have from this binomial distribution, we know the value of p of x as ncx p raised to x into q raised to n minus x. This is the definition of a binomial distribution. Let us expand this one. ncx, we know ncr is equals to n factorial. We know this ncr is equals to ncr is equals to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial, or we can have here ncr is equals to n into n minus 1, n minus 2, etc. up to r terms divided by r factorial. This also we know here. Using this definition, we can have here ncx is equals to n into n minus 1 into n minus 2, etc. up to x terms. So it is n minus x minus 1, because you have one term here, and this x minus 1 and plus 1 is x terms divided by x factorial. So that is I told you many times here, this nc2 means here n into n minus 1, take two terms divided by this 2 factorial, like this. So we can have here expansion of ncx as like this, into this p raised to x into q raised to n minus x as it is. So it is equals to, this is n, take n common here, it is 1 minus 1 by n, and in second bracket also take n common, it is 1 minus 2 by n, etc. In last bracket also take n common, so 1 minus x minus 1 divided by n remains, and this p of x into q raised to n. So it is equals to here n into n etc. up to n x number of times. So we can take here n raised to x into this p raised to x also as it is, and write the remaining terms 1 minus 1 by n, 1 minus 2 by n, etc. up to 1 minus x minus 1 divided by n, and this q raised to n as it is, x factorial into q raised to x. So this p of x is equals to, here we know here n into p, here n raised to x into p raised to x is nothing but n into p raised to x, and we know n into p is equals to m. It is m raised to x, and remaining term you write as it is, divided by this whole thing is as it is. So let us apply this limit as n tends to infinity and p tends to 0, p of x is equals to, so RS also you have to apply this limit, and you write this whole bracket as it is. So now this q, we know p plus q is equals to 1, and this q can be taken as here q is equals to 1 minus p. In place of q, write 1 minus p. So it becomes like this. So this is equals to, I will write here this one as m raised to x e raised to minus m divided by x factorial. Let us I will explain you how we got this one as here e raised to minus m and divided by this x factorial. The simplification of this one I will tell you here. So as n tends to infinity, let us apply the limit for these terms here, 1 minus 1 by n, 1 minus 2 by n, etc. up to 1 minus x minus 1 divided by n. And we know as n tends to infinity, 1 by n tends to 0. So this becomes 1 minus 0 into 1 minus 0 into etc. up to 1 minus 0. So it is 1 into 1 into 1 etc. So it becomes 1. So this numerator becomes 1. And this 1 minus p raised to x, this denominator, as p tends to 0, 1 minus p is equals to 1. And this implies here 1 minus p raised to x is equals to 1 raised to x. And we know 1 raised to x is 1. And let us simplify this one more term, 1 minus p raised to n. So again same here, as p tends to 0, this 1 minus p raised to n is equals to 1 minus, we know here p is equals to m by n, because we know p into n is equals to m. So we have here p is equals to m by n, and this whole to the power of n as it is. We can rewrite this 1 minus m by n whole to the power of n as 1 minus m by n whole to the power of minus n by m whole raised to minus m. After simplification you will get here the same term here, m get cancelled, minus m minus n whole raised to 1 is plus n. So therefore now it is in the form of 1 plus k whole raised to reciprocal of this m by n is in the power, that is n by m. So it is in the form of 1 plus k whole to the power of 1 by k and whole raised to minus this m as it is. So now as n tends to infinity, this implies here k tends to 0, because k is equals to minus m by n. So in the denominator we have infinity, so this k implies 0. So now this limit as n tends to infinity, p tends to 0. This implies 1 minus p raised to n is equals to limit as k tends to 0, 1 plus k raised to 1 by k whole raised to minus m. And we know this limit as e raised to minus m. So hence this limiting value p of x is now becomes here m raised to x into e raised to minus m divided by x factorial. So that is here after simplification of this bracket we will get m raised to x into e raised to minus m divided by x factorial. And I have explained how we got this whole term as e raised to minus m, and this 1 minus p raised to x etc. After simplification you will get here this m raised to x into e raised to minus m divided by x factorial, where x is equals to 0, 1, 2, 3 etc. up to n. And this is known as Poisson probability function, and hence this distribution is x comma p of x, where x is equals to 0, 1, 2, 3 etc. up to n, and it is given by, we can again make this one in the table. So first you have to write the table x and p of x. When x is 0, you put here x equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 etc. in this p of x. When you put x equal to 0, it becomes m raised to 0 is 1, e raised to minus m divided by 0 factor is also 1. So it is e raised to minus m. And put x equals to 1 in this. It is m into e raised to minus m divided by 1 factorial. That is m into e raised to minus m divided by 1 factorial. Similarly, we can put here x equals to 2, 3 etc. up to n. We will get this table. And from this again we can say that here all the values are here positive. E raised to minus m means it is not negative, because here e raised to minus m means 1 divided by e raised to m. It is greater than 0 only, not negative. It is power negative means it is again positive only. Similarly here all the values are greater than 0 for all x. And let us add all these values. We'll see what happens here. P of sigma x equal to 0 to infinity, p of x is equals to, let us add all the values here. E raised to minus m plus m into e raised to minus n by 1 factorial into e raised to minus m etc. See, in all the terms e raised to minus m is common, and it is 1 plus m by 1 factorial plus m square by 2 factorial plus etc. So it is equals to e raised to minus m as it is, and this is the expansion of e raised to m, because we know the expansion of e raised to x is 1 plus x by 1 factorial plus x square by 2 factorial etc. Therefore it is in this form only, so we can write this one as here e raised to m, and we know e raised to minus m into e raised to m is 1. So therefore here this sigma x equal to 0 to infinity, p of x is equals to 1. Again this is the second condition of discrete probability. So first condition is p of x is greater than 0, and sigma p of x is equals to 1. Hence we can say that here p of x is discrete probability function. Let us take one more definition, mean of Poisson's distribution. So we have here mean is equals to mu and it is equals to sigma x equal to 0 to infinity x into p of x. So let us apply sigma here, x equal to 0 to infinity x m raised to x divided by x factorial into e raised to minus m. This is the definition of this p of x. So it is sigma x equal to 0 to infinity x into m raised to x divided by this x factorial can be taken as here x into x minus 1 factorial and this e raised to minus m as it is. So this e raised to minus m is independent of x. We can take it outside. Sigma x equals to 1